Hi, this is Justin. I'm now going to talk about defining the genre for our film. And this is really important because it can actually influence the beats of the movie. There are a couple of rules that we have to follow, and it just helps us sort of frame our thinking around how we're going to develop the themes, some of the things that our characters are going to have to experience, and their development over the story. So Blake defined 10 basic genres, and I'm going to talk through each one, give you some examples of films that fit the genre label. And also later on I'll talk about what I've decided for monumental words, because at first I thought, well, clearly my film is a monster in the house movie. There's supernatural elements. It's a guy who has to defeat this sort of ancient evil to save the world and save his own life, the life of his friends. So it was kind of clear, and I thought, you know what, I know what my movie's about. I know it's a supernatural thriller. I'm probably not going to have to worry too much about this chapter. Completely blew my mind. And then I read Blake's second book, Save the Cat Goes to the Movies, where he actually shows the development of the story of some pretty famous films and how they fit to each genre type. I totally wasn't ready for where Monumental Words was going. So anyway, let's take a look at each of the genres in turn. So the first genre type is monster in the house. So clearly we have to have a monster, and we have to have a house, or it could be a spaceship, could be a small town. In the case of Jaws, it's obviously the whole the beach town in America, where this creature can impact or threaten the existence of the people that are living in that town. It can be one person that's threatened, it can be a group of people, it can be a whole planet. Cloverfield fits the bill, as does Alien, as does The Exorcist. So clearly I thought, well, you know, my story is about a guy who uncovers this mystery around the tombstones in his local cemetery, and his good intentions or a good deed result in releasing this ancient evil into our world, and he has to obviously defeat it by sort of partnering with the church and one of the local vicars. But having read some more of the other genre types, I've actually changed my mind, so I'll talk about that later on. Okay, so monster in the house has to be a monster, and there has to be a house, preferably a confined space. That makes it even more compelling, more scary for us, and that's why Alien really worked well. There's this crew with this creature that's killing them off one by one. Genre type is the Golden Fleece, and this is your classic quest tale. So it's Clash of the Titans, it's Jason and the Golden Fleece. Basically, your whole story is about an adventure and something that has to be achieved, and of course the story and the development along the way are the people and the decisions and the growth of the character over time. Now for me, yes, you know, my main character, Peter Richards, does have a quest of sorts, but it's not defined early on in the movie, that inciting incident. We don't find out that he has to rescue somebody or solve this puzzle. That isn't the basis of the story, so I kind of discount that for my movie. But I do have a lot of other ideas for stories, and certainly a lot of my fiction are definitely Golden Fleece quest type stories. Then we have Out of the Bottle, and this is a genre characterised by examples like Liar Liar, or Evan Almighty, or Bruce Almighty. Simple person, unremarkable character that uncovers something and suddenly has special skills. And I loved Evan Almighty and Bruce Almighty. I loved the premise. They were made God for a week. Perfect. And of course it was enhanced with Morgan Freeman and brilliant leads like Jim Carrey. Equally, could be a curse. So it doesn't have to be something good that can happen to somebody. It can also be something bad. And of course the whole plot, the whole story revolves around them using these new powers or coping with the curse. The thing with Out of the Bottle, certainly the more light-hearted sort of comedy examples like Liar Liar, usually the main character learns that they didn't need this power or didn't need this new gift to get on in life and actually develop as an individual. Not for me, certainly not for this movie, and I'm not sure if I can write rom-coms or light-hearted movies anyway. So that's the Out of the Bottle genre.